What's up guys, welcome to a brand new video. I just recorded this game and apparently actually when I came to finish it, let me move my mic up a bit. When I came to finish it and turn the recording off, I didn't press start record. So that feels so bad. It was actually a really cool game. It was a lot of it was kind of fun. I think it was fun to record, it was fun to watch. I would have assumed but whatever. I'm so tilted. But anyway, we're gonna go over the replay of this game because I think it's kind of interesting and there's a lot of stuff in here that has caused me to lose previous games that we played differently this time, and also just like playing mid. Anyway, I was AD, but my support got auto-filled, my mid laner got auto-filled, and mid could only really play AD, so I was like, you know what, I'll play mid, you go AD, and they took away Ahri, so I decided to play some Xerath. Now, we did this invade, but Kog'Maw steps out. I don't know if it's actually warded or not because I wouldn't have assumed Lucian would get that close, but maybe. I have no idea. But yeah, so playing Xerath against Ahri, I've taken Barrier and Thunderlords. So Thunderlords is more aggressive over Mastery, which is why I took it because I wanted to fight a bit more. And I think, I think the it's more aggressive. Like there's more chance to kill. So the first thing you notice is on the minimap, Nocturne actually invades the red buff here and takes it away. Kled tries to stop him. I try to go to start with, but nothing I can really do, right? Like, so I start to go, nothing I can do. But the second thing is, then Kog'Maw goes for the red buff, right? Now, two things. One, he actually wards the red buff himself, which is bad, because he's doing the red buff. The ward on the red doesn't tell him anything, but I know that Ahri's coming. Unfortunately, I've actually got up my Q and W here, so we're going to go in. And Ahri flashes in, Kog'Maw flashes here as well. And I'm trying to save him, so I'm like, you know what, I'm going to get this. But then Soraka arrives. No ping or anything from our team, so I had no idea that Ahri was actually going to be there. So I'm just like, okay, I'm out. So I use my flash, Kog'Maw's dead, Ahri has double buffs. And at this point, I'm pretty sad, but, you know, it's not that bad because I can still farm on Xerath, at least, with like my range and stuff like that. But as you'll see, red buff early is so overpowered on any champion in the lane phase because they can just auto attack. So you're going to see Ahri start to just literally auto me. I'm a little bit ahead actually on I'm a little bit ahead on CS and stuff and level and experience just because I roamed second and Ahri actually missed quite a lot even though she got the kill. So that's pretty good at least. I'm going to start the CS a little bit better. But she's playing so aggressive, and this is what I was saying in the commentary. I'm looking for this. I'm looking for a stun. I actually missed my auto attack there. I cancelled it, you saw, to do my W because I was afraid I wasn't going to hit my W. Two things. One, the auto gives me the Thunderlords proc, so it's actually massive damage. And two, I stopped for the W because W does more damage in the center. So it's really important to combo your W after your E so that you get the center damage. Like, it's much more. So that's why I did that, so that she wouldn't. I was afraid she was going to break the stun. But obviously I kind of messed that up, so that's a bit unfortunate. But I'm not actually poking her here, you see, until now, because she just healed with her passive. And I didn't want to poke her anymore because I actually want to try and set up a kill on her. I don't want to... if I poke her anymore, I think she's going to base, right? And in my head, I'm like, okay, if I don't poke her, what I can do instead is I can probably kill her. So that's the idea anyway behind this now. Again, Nocturne just went for this Kog'Maw, and Kog'Maw was pretty tilted at this point. I think the Ezreal is flaming Kog at the same time. So yeah, but I'm going to hit him again, and I'm going to try and go for the combo, which is what I was planning to do. I missed though because I'm bad. So that doesn't actually work out, but... you're going to see Thresh coming up as well. I'm going to try and hit a bit more poke. She actually stays around here. And I'm just waiting for my Q cooldown. Because I think I'm getting ganked. But Thresh actually goes in. And what he did right there is he just ignited her. He hooked onto a minion. And then he just pressed ignite. And that was it. I should have queued for the kill actually. Like, that was pretty bad of me. Because I knew he was dead. So I just didn't. But I should have done it anyway. So actually you can see CS-wise. I don't know if I can rearrange this. Yes, I can. I'm actually double her... CS right now because even though she got the double buffs, I'm just CSing a bit better, and I'm trying to use my auto attacks to CS along. I'm using autos mainly, but what I'm also doing is using my abilities to poke and CS at the same time. I'm not choosing between the two. I'm making sure I do both, which is actually pretty important to get lane control. Anyway, but I'm gonna go under my tower. I'm gonna try and stop it under my tower here, just kind of semi-freezing and pushing it back out because I really suck on the tower. Like just like CSing wise is really hard with Xerath. So I'm going to try and poke her as much as I can here and see if I can set up any kind of kill. This is why I take Dunlords. You can take Death by Touch for more mid-game damage, but I really want to take the Thunderlord. So Kog'Maw's doing his red buff right now, and this is where I'm like, I should stop pausing already, but this is kind of where I'm like, okay, I'll go in and try and help him. Unfortunately, Nocturne comes in again, but you see the ward on the minimap that's actually on red. He warded over to check it. He didn't ward in the bush or anything to see if Nocturne was coming. He just warded the buff itself, which is really strange. But now I know Nocturne is around and probably getting close to 6, so I'm kind of afraid, which is why I'm sitting back and poking this Ahri a little bit. Also, Ahri is level 6, so she's got, yeah, she's got her ultimate, and I've got no flash at this point. Like, it was still down from the level 1, so I'm playing a bit more passively. Still poking her, though, if I can do, but you see that I'm a bit more careful about using my passive, like, with the auto attack to get mana back. I'm not really trying to do it unless I know that she's not walking forward at the same time, because I really don't want to die here, honestly. But this is why I'm getting a little bit... see how many pings, by the way, on the minimap? Ahri just disappeared. I'm pretty sure she went to the bottom side of the map, so I pinged like a million times to make sure my bot lane goes. I think you're allowed 6 pings, right? And I'm pretty sure I used all 6, and they only moved on the 6th one, so you have to just spam your pings so much. I can't follow her, though, because she'll charm me, she'll turn around and wait for me, charm me, and I'm going to probably die. Now, this is why I'm really afraid, because I was just saying, I can't punish her, because Nocturne is probably going to ult me this game. Like, that's probably where he's going to go, and he does go straight for me. So, I flash away. It doesn't break the fear tether, though, unfortunately, but I managed to get the barrier, and then I get the stun, which means I'm going to trade the kill. So, even though I knew it was coming, and I tried to play around it, but even playing around it, I didn't flash to gain enough distance. Nocturne didn't even flash after me either, so it's kind of probably just a bad flash, honestly, because if I flash straight away, I should be able to dodge the fear tether, like break it, and I won't get feared. The getting feared was the thing that actually killed me here. So we've gone from gone for the Morello. I was considering kind of getting a Ludens first for more damage, but I think Morello is just safer. It's a more cooldown reduction, lets me spam a bit more, which is good. But I'm still 20 CS above this Ahri right now. I haven't had a blue buff or anything. I'm 1-1-1. Like, I haven't really had a major impact in this game. But Kog'Maw's obviously 0 and 2. Bot lane got a few kills, which is nice. Kled is 0 and 3 though. So we're not actually that far behind gold wise, but when you look at the scoreboard and you see 0-3, 0-2 on your jungler and top laner, you kind of have bad thought that this is going to probably be a bad game. And Ezreal was kind of flaming as well, which is unfortunate. It's a shame you can't experience it in the moment, because this game was actually really difficult in this early stages. Like, it felt really bad. Even though now looking at it, I was only 1,000 gold behind as a team. It felt really, really bad. That I was saying at the time, I threw them out. I said, I'm going to throw these out just randomly to try and get her away from me, because if she charms me now, I think she's probably going to kill me. In my head, when I died there under tower last time, I didn't think she ignited me. So I think right now she has ignite. Even though right now you can see that she doesn't have it, I think she actually does have ignite, which is why I'm so afraid of her right now, because I don't have my barrier or flash, but she has her ultimate and ignite, which means if she combos me, I'm probably going to die. So what I'm looking to do right now really is wave clear and hit a stun, because as you guys know with Xerath, like, sure, mid-game, like, what am I doing here? I didn't even notice that in the game. I didn't even notice I took that damage. That's kind of embarrassing. As you guys know with Xerath, I'm a big, like, I talk a lot about how his burst combo is insane with his stun. It's not so much about his poke in the early levels. Like, sure, it's good and stuff, but it's really about how much damage you can do with your combo. So here you see she walks a bit forward, and that is my Thunderlords plus EWQ. And I didn't even get the center of the W either, so that could have been more damage. And that's exactly what I'm talking about with Xerath. That's exactly what I'm trying to do. So if you look on the minimap, the Soraka is chasing the Thresh. I think that would be this one here. So I'm going for the thing here. I'm going to ult and try and get it. But she's actually on the annoying little healing thing. So even though I hit everything, I don't manage to kill her. But Ahri jumps in to try and stop me with my ultimate, because she thinks I'm pretty low, which I am actually, kind of. She does take me quite low, but I have comboed her before, so she's already low, like, as she dives in, and I'm able to pick up the kill, which is really nice. And this is, I'm just stupid. I'm literally, right, look at the minion block. Look at the minion block. This pissed me off, because I said I can push, because I know Nocturne uses ultimate just before, like 30 seconds before or something. As you see, Nocturne's ult is on cooldown, right? Like, he can't use it, so I'm like, I'm safe here. Nocturne can't kill me. And I walk backwards and look, I get stuck on this freaking minion here. I walk around and he walks up and auto attacks me. What is that about? That made me rage so much. I literally was saying, he can't screw me here because I'm going to catch him. And yeah, like he won't get onto me because he doesn't have his ult. And he got onto me because I got minion blocked, which really pissed me off. These guys chase pretty hard here. Thankfully Thresh is around. And the speed up from the Kled ultimate actually means Cogmore can kill, which is good. They have a little bit of a fire. I don't think they get anything else. After this though, they do take the blue buff, which is good. So I'm actually pretty happy at this point because I'm like, finally I'm going to get a blue, right? Like 14 minutes into the game. Xerath with a blue buff is insanely good. Missed my stun because I'm bad. And this is what I was saying before. Like if I combo onto the Ahri, right? I do hit Ahri there. So she's actually only like 40% health now. If I combo onto Ahri with my stun, I'm doing loads of damage. But if I don't and she combos onto me with that charm, exactly the same by the way, then she's in a really good place to screw me over. So the scoreline so far, by the way, I'm still 2-2. I got my Morello finish, which is good, but there isn't like a ton I can do. I think I hit her again here. Yeah, she's taken really low, but there isn't much more I can do with this. Yeah, feels bad. Oh, that's actually really funny. I'm gonna rewind that. I forgot. You can't really appreciate it in the replay because yeah, like it doesn't show it properly, but I actually can't see anything at this point. When Nocturne uses ult here to come on me, I can't see anything, right? And Ahri actually ult flashes to charm me and to catch me and get a kill, and I just turn around and use my Q. I'm actually aiming for the Nocturne. I'm not aiming for Ahri right there, but I turn around and I managed to pick that up. So now I'm going to be 3-3. And one of the things I was saying before is like, there's two things. So their team had a really good early game plan, which is why Nocturne's so far ahead actually. Like he planned this out really well and he's done really well this game. He is ahead because of the early game and how he planned it, which is good. But I could have been 0-3 here. Like every time I died, I've been ganked, right? Like I haven't died 1v1 or anything. Like I've been camped pretty bad. So it's not necessarily my fault. Like the first, well, okay, so if I was 0-3, I wouldn't say it was my fault because I was getting camped, right? But the fact that I was able to turn around some of those ganks means I'm actually still in this game, which is really important because a lot of the time, if you're playing AD, this is why mid lane's so good, right? Because you're 1v1. I have a massive CS lead over Ahri right now, like almost, well, I have like a 50 CS lead on her. So I'm majorly rich compared to her. Like, is that an extra 1,400 gold, which is like a needlessly large rod above her at the moment. Yeah, it feels bad. This is basically the story of the game. But this time, she dives in too far. I managed to barrier, and then I actually survive and get a kill. So I kind of knew that was coming, and I said, like, I'm going to play a bit safe because I could get ulted again. And then it happens again, and I get forced on tower. So, like, this is kind of the point in the game where I'm realizing, okay, if they want to camp me, I can't really do much about it because it's Nocturne's range plus Ahri's gap closing. Like, I can't really get away from that, right? Like, I'm going to have to just kind of adapt to it and hope I get something out of it. But this is why I love mid lane, because you can actually do this way more. Like, I roam here on really low health, so this is kind of risky, but I know Nocturne doesn't have ult, and I know Ahri isn't there, so there's nothing that can really kill me, I guess. But I'm roaming down to use my R if I can, but I don't think in the ambulance. We'll go down for the Ezreal, who's going to be here in a second. Ahri does turn up. Good hit. I'm going to get a Q here, but then the Nocturne spell shields my E, which is good by him, and then he just runs at me and kills me. Feels sad, man. That feels bad even. This is pretty much the story of the game. It just wrecks me all game. But yeah, this is why I love mid lane, because I can actually impact the map a bit more. Like, I have more control, especially early into the game. I can set this Ahri behind. So even if I'm not getting majorly fed myself, I'm making sure that the gap between me and her is increasing. So she's getting weaker while I'm getting stronger. Or like, I guess she's getting stronger as well, but I'm getting stronger at like a faster rate, right? So if that makes sense. So that's why I think mid lane especially is such a dominant role in solo queue, because you can make sure that you're getting so much stronger and they're not getting as strong. So she's going to ult here away from the thing, which is really good. And then we're going to go on to, what is that, 5 maybe? I'm going to use my ult here onto the Soraka. I'm pretty pissed at this because fucking Cogmore steals the last one. I did all of that damage, and then Cogmore takes it away from me. Feels bad. But right now we're 4-4-5, so we're back in this game. Now my team, we're like 3k, which is really good. We've majorly got back into it. Again, Nocturne on my dick. I barrier this time, land a stun, and we get the blow up. And Ezreal actually gets the blue after Nocturne, which I'm pretty pissed about. So at this point, I'm actually happy that Teemo killed Ezreal because I want the blue. But then Clegg gets the... Oh, Cogmore gets it, I think, actually, instead of me. So there isn't much I can do about that. But so far this game, like, a lot of this really was about surviving the early. Apart from, like, now... I got a kill, I guess, there. But really a lot of this now is, like, grouping, letting me poke people. And I do a lot of damage, but I'm not necessarily picking up the kills because we have the other people to finish it off, right? But I'm doing a lot of damage in this game. But the other game is where it could have been very different because I think I'm 4-4. Oh no, I'm 5-4 now, but I was 3-3 at one point, 4-4. I could have been easily 0-4 this game, right? And then that's a massively different game. I'm not going to be as far ahead. I'm probably not going to have as much CS because I couldn't bully the Ahri. And so I think like a lot of this just came down to the lane phase and how he played it and being more aggressive. And even though I got set behind early, just not sitting back and being really passive, which is something I do on ADs too much. That, by the way, is the Xerath combo. 3 item, 3 spell. That is a really good charm, by the way. She charmed me and I was like, legit, I'm impressed with that charm. That is a good charm. But that is a 3 spell combo that is just a burst combo, which is people don't expect on Xerath. Like Xerath is seen as a poke champion, but actually Xerath is like poke, but he's also burst. That was a really big throw from us. We shouldn't have gone in there. That was 4 of us dead, which is kind of dumb. But people don't expect it, which is why you can kind of catch them off guard a little bit more, at least. But yeah, this is what I'm trying to do a bit more. Just like play aggressive in the lane phase, regardless of if I'm ahead or behind. I can still probably just farm better, get a lead that way, and I should be able to deal with ganks a bit more as well because they've been really screwing me over. But that's easier to do when you're playing mid lane, which is why I think I don't stress in this game. Like I was very positive the entire way through and happy and smiling and stuff because at no point did I feel like I was going to lose. I was like, even if my team feeds their ass off, I'm playing Xerath, right? I can sit back and I can literally just like do it myself. I can poke everybody, I can get them from range, and I can do it myself, but that's not the same with an AD, right? So my mindset when I play AD versus mid is entirely different, and it's one of the reasons I have so much less trouble climbing as a mid laner because I'm way more positive and I think I can carry anything, whereas AD now, I don't feel like that as much because we've been weaker for a lot longer. But yeah, so right now these guys are sitting in the enemy jungle. We've kind of split up a little bit. We've got a big lead and I think everybody's taking their foot off the gas a bit more. So I'm going around here to try and more than anything protect them. Actually, I put a pink ward in the bush because I don't want everybody to die. Cogmore face checks an Ahri, which is not even that like uncommon, right? Like really, I don't think like he could have face checked an Ahri and Nocturne, a silence from a Soraka, so that's not really that weird for me. Like I don't know what we're doing here, but the Cogmore and the Thresh are pre-made, so that is one thing to keep in mind. These guys are together and that's why they were sitting there. But this is where I'm like, okay, this is not how Xerath plays. I don't do very well in this situation. I'm more of a sit back from range, group as 5, poke down, take objectives kind of style champion. I'm not the kind of champion who wants to get up close and personal with others and actually do that. And that becomes a bit of an issue this game, which is why I kind of turn into assist Xerath, because I'm not set up to hard carry this game the way we play it, basically. Like I don't if we group, like I can carry because I get endless time to poke, right? But if we just take a very abrupt fight straight away in the jungle or something where it's already spread out and it's harder to hit one person on their own duking around like left to right than it is to hit one person in the middle of 5 people, because chances are you're going to hit 1 or 2 at least, right? Even if you don't mean to, you're aiming for somebody else, you probably hit someone. So this is where we again go into the jungle and just run around. They're chasing the Nocturne up here and I don't want to go that far around, so I go this way trying to get the blue buff, but they take that instead, and this is where they stay. So I'm actually going for the top farm. I'm gonna go onto these guys because they stay here. He dives onto the Teemo, and Ezreal is in a really bad position here, which so he is gonna get pretty much wrecked, even though the Claire's coming over. You can see Claire like jumps in, and then Cogmore flashes in. This guy's balls are enormous right now. I still haven't actually got into this fight right now, but I'm gonna set. You can see me on the minimap. I'm not that far away. I'm gonna use my ult here to try and help, but the Nocturne has a more man mortar shield, and he actually manages to dodge because he gets a Lucian kill. I snipe him with my Q, but it doesn't do anything. But I do manage to get the stun there on Solution, which is big, so Thresh survives, which is nice. At least he gets that flash, play misses, and that's going to be all for that fight. So I wasn't really in that at all because, again, they picked another fight. They're just running around looking for kills. They're not playing this very smart at all. And Xerath is more of a pick like a Lux, for example, which is okay because he has damage and these kind of things. But if you use the pick properly, you have like 10 times as efficient. Like you sweep a place. Like we don't have any sweepers this game. We actually do have one now because I told Thresh like 5 times to buy one. He didn't. So I think Kled just bought one instead. But this is the kind of situation where we don't actually do very well out of it. So again, fighting the jungle. I missed my E, I think here. Yeah, so I actually missed my E, which is unfortunate. But like they're fighting off on the side, and I can't really get in because of the team mode. So I'm actually going to go in here and use my ult onto the Soraka to try and burn it down. So we get that, which is good at least. And now I'm going to try to run back into the fight again. They turn around. And they get sunk into Teemo, which is nice. And we get a really good hook on Solution. Actually a very clever flash because he flashed backwards towards us and then ran away. Like no other way is he going to flash away to actually gain any distance. So that was actually good. But again, this is where I'm saying in the game, like I'm 6-6 and 13, right? Like I've had decent kill participation. Like 20 out of 30 roughly, on 19 out of 32, so it's not that bad, I guess. Like anything over 60% is decent. But I'm not at the highest kill participation in the game, like out of my team and stuff anyway. But this kind of like skirmishing fight all the time is really not how it works. Like it's not good for me. This time I try obviously to blow the spell shield but try and blow him up, and we do actually get that. And then I believe I'm just looking for the inhib more than anything else. I'm poking the Soraka though because she can heal, of course. And again, stun combo. See how I did like 80% of this guy's health with a combo on Xerath, which is not what he's supposed to do, right? He's a poke champion, but actually you land that kind of stuff and you are going to be doing a ridiculous amount of damage. Kled is popping off though. This guy was 0-3, remember? And he's now, when he kills this guy, if he kills this guy. Oh yeah, so I use my ult here to try and snipe him. And look, instead of running into them, she just runs away, but she like dies to the Kled anyway. So she runs away from me, but into the Kled. Makes 0 sense. I'm never going to get any kills at this point. I'm kind of resign myself to that fact. But Zhonya's here, so as soon as he jumps onto me, but he already used the fear tether on me. So it actually gets me as I pop out of Zhonya's, which might have been a bit of a bad timing on the Zhonya's. I'm not really sure, but I'm just going to run away here. I'm not going to be able to get any more. So we've got, this game's pretty much in the bag. We are 10k ahead at this point, so I'm going to like speed through it. Build wise, I didn't want to go Zhonya's because you really want damage to carry as any mid laner really, and Zhonya's is a semi-defensive item. You should look at it as defensive. So I went Morello into, I was going to go into Ludens, but then as we started grouping and Kog'Maw got stronger, Ezreal got stronger, I thought, okay, actually, you know what? I probably don't need to hard carry this game anymore. So I'll get my Zhonya's second so that Nocturne can't keep blowing me up, because that's all he's been doing all game pretty much. So I got my Zhonya's and then I got my Ludens afterwards. Now building towards my Void Staff as well. Gonna miss my stun because I'm bad. But this is a pretty good situation for us. We've got 2 inhibs now. And I'm using my ultimate here to try and burn onto, like, so Ezreal E's over the wall here and Kog'Maw flashes over, and I'm just trying to like poke with my ult because it does a crap ton of damage, right? I'm not actually trying to really go full in for this, but this is how you play Xerath in a nutshell. So combo here and then I run away. I don't let him attack me, auto attack me or anything. I'm gonna use my Q, but he flashes it actually and runs into the Kled. So this is like Xerath in a nutshell. You never ever want to run towards somebody unless you know you're guaranteed going to get the kill, like with your cooldowns are available like that. And this one I've kind of had enough of not getting any kills, so I flash Q just because I really wanted the kill. But that is the Xerath playstyle in a nutshell. That's like any pro champion. Lux, for example, is exactly the same. Anything with high cooldowns, even Anivia is the same. Like most mages, you should play it like that. Don't auto attack late game. You run in, use your cooldowns, you run away for a little bit, then you come back in again. So that's pretty much that in a nutshell. But this game, it's a shame because I feel like you'd appreciate this game way more if it was live, like it should have been if I wasn't an idiot. Because you would have seen like what I was talking about at the time, because it looked really bad, but I was just like, it's fine. We're gonna farm and we're gonna win our lane, and then we should be able to impact the rest of the map. and we do have a good late game, so we should be able to. But this looks like a really easy game for me, but actually it was very difficult because Nocturne was crapping on me the entire time. He was camping me like really hard, and it was just kind of like lucky, I guess, in a way, that I was able to pick up kills. Otherwise I would have been completely out of this game. I didn't actually think I was going to be able to kill this guy, but he doesn't have any magic resist. He's actually got on-hit Teemo. He's really strong, actually, but not in situations like that. And Kled basically won the rest of the fight there. So there you have it. That is the game that I forgot to record. I'm kind of pissed because it would have been a really good game to show you guys, and yeah, I don't know what is wrong with me. I don't know why I didn't click record. I was like 100% sure I clicked record, but apparently I didn't. But we're gonna go into the post-stat stuff. We can still see. So like farm-wise, I did okay, but nothing that impressive, honestly. Like it was decent early, but it definitely fell off a lot more where I turned more into a support than anything else, to be honest. And then damage-wise, Ezreal did the most. He played really well, and then we actually did this. So this is where I mean, like, if we'd have played the game differently, this graph would have been very different. If they had grouped as 5 and a weird grouped as 5 and just like, you know, ARAM'd it like a normal game pretty much, then my damage would be like majorly up here. But because like Teemo, for example, is single target, right? Ezreal is single target. These guys have the highest damage in the game because we only really like skirmished. We didn't actually group and properly team fight. So that is probably to be expected, but still, it was a pretty decent game. I think we struggled like early because of how the game went. It was really not expected, like for the invade and stuff, but it ended up working out pretty well. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm sorry it's a little bit different and a review, but I didn't really want to skip a game today. Like I want to take you on the journey every single one. If I like feed my ass off, as long as it's not like an AFK or something, or like you know, like really weird game that's not going to get anything from it, I still want to show you it. So hopefully you enjoyed it at least, and yeah, I'll catch you in tomorrow's episode if I remember to record.